Hi, today it will be the continued part of Chapter 4 Factors Influencing the Climate. Latitude. As we all learned, latitude it is a horizontal line, imaginary line drawn on the globe. So, latitude refers to the distance of a place from the equator. So, equator receives more sunlight than any other place on the earth as it is closest to the sun. So from the picture you can see, if you consider this is the equator, you are getting the direct sun rays, whereas the other parts it is getting the slanting sun rays. So here we get the more sunlight. As we move away from the equator towards the pole, the temperature gradually decrease. So due to the slanting rays, the temperature gets reduced. This variation is due to the shape of the earth and the angle at which the sun rays fall on it. So as you know, it is tilted by 23 degree, due to which we get more light and heat in the equator, whereas poles, north pole and the south pole, we get reduced temperature and light as well. And we know that the earth is spherical in shape and its axis is tilted. Hence, the rays of the sun falls either vertically or slanting on its surface. So, as we showed in the picture, the rays will be falling straight at the equator and slanting at the surface. The vertical rays pass through the less volume of atmosphere and hardly lose heat. So the vertical rays pass through a less volume, means the less quantity of a atmosphere and hardly lose its heat. That is why regions near the equator which receive direct sun rays are warmer. So as shown in the picture, when we get the direct sun rays, this equator part will get more heat. On the other hand, slanting rays pass through a large volume of atmosphere and lose heat in the air. Thus, the regions away from the equator get slanting rays of a sun are cold. So, whatever we areas land we get near the equator is hot and away from the equator is cold. Coming to the altitude. Altitude is the height of a place above the sea level. So, the picture shows here we measure the altitude from the sea level. All the seas of the earth are linked to each other. Their level is same all over the earth. So if we see the sea, ocean and all, it will be on the same base, will be the same. So they are telling their levels is the same all over the earth. Sea level is hence taken as a parameter of measuring the altitude of a place. So considering this as a sea level, all places will be measured. The height of a place will be measured. The climate of a place is also affected by its altitude. The air closer to the earth's surface is dense and absorb more heat. Here the earth which is the air which is closer to earth's surface, consider this as a earth's surface, which will be having dense and more heat. This makes place at lower altitude hot. As you all might have heard, the hill stations will be very cold, whereas down stations will be very hot. The atmosphere is thinner at a high altitudes. It absorbs less heat, making the places and hilly areas are cold. So as you go more, the atmosphere will be very thin, so it will be very cold. When it comes down, the atmosphere will be very thick, so it will be having hot. That is why most of the mountain peaks are covered with ice in winter and hill stations are cold even in summer. Example, Shimla, which is at high altitude, is always cooler than Delhi, which is at low altitude. So Shimla is at very high altitude, so it will be very cold, whereas Delhi will be very hot. Coming to the distance from the sea. So distance from the sea determines the climate of the place. So as you might have heard, that Chennai is very hot. So Chennai is very near, whereas Bangalore is cold. Compared to these two places, Chennai and Bangalore. So this is what been explained here. The places near the sea have moderate climate, but places far away from the sea are very cold in winter, very hot in summer. This is because land gets heated faster and loses heat faster than water. So this is what it means. Places near the sea have moderate climate, but places far away are very cold in winter and hot in summer. So due to which the features can be observed here. During summer, land gets heated quickly and the air above the land surface becomes hot. So as you all know, it will be very hot, due to which the land surface becomes hot. This rises, hot air rises up. The cool air above the sea blows towards the land to occupy the space created. So as it gets raised by the heat of a summer rays, the cool air above the sea blows towards the land. When it gets hotter and the space is created between the atmosphere and the earth's surface, so the sea blows its air towards the land. This cool brings down the temperature of a place closer to the sea and does not make them hot. The places which are far away from the sea do not get this cool air and remain hot in summer. So, the place near the sea will get cooler as in the summer due to the air blown by the sea. Whereas in winter, land becomes cooler than the water in the sea. Land is becoming cooler than water in the sea. The warm air above the sea rises up and moves towards the land. This rise of a temperature of a place along the coastal. So coastal areas, you can see, by the time they reach the place away from the sea, it loses its warmness. Hence the places remain cold in winter. So this is how we get the explained here, how we get more hot and more cold, how the distance sea so will make the difference. Here in summer it explains the sea blows its hot air to the land and creates the nearby land very cold and faraway land very hot. In winter, here the again the sea is making the difference here. For example, Hyderabad, which is far away from the sea, is hotter in summer and cooler in winter than Vishakhapatnam, which is at coastal. So Hyderabad, as it is very far from the sea, it is very hot at summer and very cold at winter, whereas Vishakhapatnam is vice versa. Coming to the direction of the winds. So as I explained in the previous this one, how the sea is blowing the air, we can see in the pictures here. Horizontal moving of air is called wind. So horizontally which is moving is called wind. Hot winds increase the temperature of a place while cold wind decrease it. Winds also bring rain to the places where they blow. The wind that blows from sea to the land is known as onshore wind, and it carries moisture and makes the climate of the coastal areas humid. It also brings rain of these areas. The wind that blows from the land to the sea is called offshore. Here, the wind that blows from sea to the land. Here you can see in the picture, the sea is blowing the air from here, it getting the reach the land, that is onshore. So as it gets warmed and returned here, and here in the offshore means the land is blowing the air to the sea, that is called offshore. India is affected by the season winds known as monsoons. The southwest monsoon wind bring rain from June to September, and the northeast monsoon winds bring rain during the December and January. This is for the day. Thank you.